Hello.
Hey, what is up, everyone? Welcome to Let's Play Oddworld New N Tasty, a really faithful ground-up recreation of the original Oddworld Abe's Oddysee, which is one of the most criminally underappreciated and forgotten about games maybe ever, and it deserves this remake. It deserves to be back in the spotlight. It feels good to have Oddworld back. So a little background, Oddworld Abe's Oddysee was a 2D side-scrolling puzzle platformer released on the PS1 in '97. It was fiendishly hard, but it had great levels, really good puzzles, and it featured this great world full of intricate characters and this awesome fiction. It just kind of oozes charm. The fiction of the Oddworld universe is so completely engrossing and strange and charming. It's like Huxley by way of Dr. Seuss. It's a game with a lot of heart in one of the absolutely most delightful, quirky, imaginative worlds in gaming. Rich and wonderful. So right off the bat, we see a new addition here in the difficulty levels. So the lower difficulties here feature a health system, which was not present in the original game. So there's no one-shot kills from sligs and stuff. There's lower fall damage. It alters how many grenades you get, how slow or quick enemies react. Hard mode is supposed to be a lot closer to the classic experience, so we're going with that. And the control scheme here, you can see, is pretty dense, but we will slowly get acclimated to that as the game goes along. Hopefully I'm remembering the controls pretty well, but they did make slight alterations to make it a little bit more intuitive. The controls remain pretty well intact, though. But let's get introduced to the world of Rupture Farms and Oddworld as a whole, and meet our hero.
This is Rupture Farms. They say it's the biggest meat processing plant on Oddworld. I used to work here. Well, I was really a slave, like all the others. That's me. My name is Abe. I was Employee of the Year. Now I'm dead meat. I crossed the meanest boss in the world. Mullet the Gluckin. My whole life changed in just one day. I was working late one night at Rupture Farms. We used to make meat munchies. Until the meaches were through. We still made pearmite pies. And we made some good scram cakes, too. I thought I had a good job, but that was before I knew how we'd make New and Tasty. I was still to find. The truth, it turned out. Now that would blow my mind. The Gluckins were scared, because profits were grim. Okay, it hurt. Paramites and scrabs had been turning up thin.
As you can see, things are going down. Watch.
But Mullet was cool.
Show him.
He had a plan.
How?
This new kind of meat? What? It was us!
We got a lot of new luck. We'll
I just had to escape. I just had to be free, and I didn't even know I had a destiny. So, get me out of here!
Soylent Green is Mudokons, or rather New and Tasty is Mudokons. So that was Abe, our bumbling, dopey, slightly cowardly hero. Not too bright either, but completely lovable. He is a Mudokon janitor at Rupture Farms who has stumbled upon a horrible secret as he spies upon his tyrannical bosses, the businessmen running Rupture Farms, the Gluckons. They're manufacturing all sorts of meat products here, one of which you saw is Mudokon Pops. Turducken. Oh, wow. Let's see. Yeah, the controls feel pretty natural. They feel pretty much just like what I remember. Here's something nifty they added, though. Quick Save and Quick Load, which is a feature that was not originally in Abe's Oddysee. It was later added to Abe's Exodus. Let's see, they're coming from over here. So something pretty cool you could do with the Sligs down here, which are pretty much the lackeys of the Gluckons. You can chant to possess them, and you can use their weapons against the other Sligs or other enemies. You can use them to handle levers for you, and you can depossess them, and that causes them to explode into big chunky bits. All in all, this is a crazy faithful recreation of Oddworld 2. Like, they nailed everything. The art style, they brought it into this really nice 2.5D, completely HD style. Runs at 1080p, 60 frames a second. Very, very nice and smooth. Some of the bloom and the lens flare effects are a little over the top. Here's another new change. We have 299 Mudokons to rescue, 70 on this first level of the Zulags. That map doesn't really... It's not going to come too much in handy because it doesn't indicate to you where secrets are. And I believe one of those secrets is actually back in the screen we were just on with the bombs. You can clear those bombs out later. Not going to do that. You're intended to sneak past this Slig here. I'm going to make a few upcoming areas much more simple by possessing him, though. You hit that lever, it lifts this electric gate over here, and don't pull that lever back there, because that will kill this Mudokon. So instead, we'll come over here, shoot that Slig, and depossess this one, because he's no longer useful to us. So, I was talking about the 299 Mudokons in this one. There were 99 in the original Abe's Oddysee game. They added 200 extra ones for this. I believe you used to need all 99, and if you pull that lever and come down here, by the way, there's a secret waiting. You needed all 99 in the original for the good ending. I'm assuming you need all 299 for it this time, and I have no clue where a lot of the extra 200 are. So this isn't going to be a 100% save all the Mudokons, get all the secrets, get the good ending run. And this is teaching us about grenades, and here we see yet another new feature. I think this one is new. I'm not positive this time. Actually, we see a couple... Oh, no! I forgot the Mudokons don't leap on their own. Oh, well, we lost one already. He's dead. We see a couple new features... like right in this secret room here. One is that you get multiple grenades now. I think in the original game you only got one at a time, but here on hard mode you get 3, and I believe you get more than that on the lower 2 difficulties. Also, something really convenient that they added here, you can command multiple Mudokons at once. In the old games, you would have to issue commands to them one at a time because only one would follow you. So now they added the all of you command, which I think they might have had in either Exodus or Munches, but I'm not entirely sure. And this is how you exit the secret areas. You just jump through one of those bird portals. And you need to have the Mudokons on screen near one of the bird portals in order to chant at it and rescue them. But you have to be careful because sometimes it's a trap like you saw there in the beginning of that secret room, and the Mudokons do not jump. They don't do anything to really keep themselves alive, so you have to manage them pretty well if you want to save all of them. Maybe you only need to rescue 99 out of the 299 for the good ending. We might still see it, I don't know. I might find a way. Fleeing deeper into the grinding lines than ever before, but not long ago, Abe was just waxing floors. I don't remember those loading screens in the original. Also, I kind of miss the screen wipe transitions they used to do. Another change they made. So most of the time is spent in a more traditional, straight-up, side-scrolling camera angle. I'm not a big fan. Whoops. I'm not a big fan of when the camera changes when it's at an angle. And it's a really minor, nitpicky game, especially when the game is otherwise so faithful. And that red glowing thing will prevent you, as you saw, from possessing Slig. So instead, we'll just pull the floor out from under him, and we'll gather up these two Mudokons. Let's see. And as always, the drop-down floor back there leads to another secret area. I'm not going to go after all of them because, again, it's not 100%, and you get the idea. You really should play Oddworld for yourself, whether it's this version or the original 97 release of Abe's Oddysee, or the Steam version of it, really. There's lots of options for you. It's such an amazing series. Also, that blue glowing sign with the Mudokon on it back there, that is, I believe, yet another new addition to New N Tasty. It's a checkpoint. They added quick saves and checkpoints. And that was also another useful little feature. You saw in the background the birds come back without you having to leave the screen. And they come back pretty quick, too. I think in the original version, if you scared the birds off, you would have to force a screen transition by going off screen in order to get the birds back. So we'll possess this Slig and jump him off the cliff. You're meant to stealth this segment, but possession works pretty well too. There is a little bit of stealth coming up that I'm not going to be able to avoid by possession. That's another little nice convenience change they made. It used to be really hard to notice the Mudokons here who were scrubbing the floor hidden in the shadows behind the boxes, but now their eyes glow and their animations stick out a little bit, so it's easier to actually notice them and not run by them and miss a Mudokon. So now we'll use the stealth unlike before. Man, they nailed everything, even down to like the sound effects of the Sligs skulking away. Now we can possess the Slig, and I don't think this one's going to be too useful for us, so we can just explode him. Oh, hey there. I didn't notice that one up here, actually. I was focused on the one down scrubbing the floor in the shadows. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we didn't need that Slig. Good. So we pulled this lever. Again, that drops the floor, leads to another secret area. I believe every single one of those leads to a secret. Ah, shit. And here we see another checkpoint. These bombs, you're going to see me avoiding them as often as possible. So that's not a noise I enjoy hearing. So I'll just rescue him using that portal. To rescue the two on the other side of this bomb, though, I would need to defuse it. And you can see it blinking, and it turns for just a fraction of a second green. You disarm them by tapping them when they turn green, and I have, since I was 7 years old, have had an impossibly hard time with that, and I'm not going to be able to avoid doing that forever. Eventually, I'm going to have to get good and disarm those bombs, but not yet. I'll leave those two Mudokons to hang. Alright, so the meat grinders have stopped because of the lever. Shit, I wanted to bait the Slig under the meat. Damn it, I screwed it up again. We'll fall back on good old friend Possession, though. Chant and Possess. It seems the Possession ability seems really overpowered right now, but you're gonna see the way they limit you and the way that they set screens and situations and puzzles up. It limits your ability to just abuse that as you get later into the game. Okay, that's not gonna come down again. That just stops completely. Sometimes it just slows the meat grinders down. Let's see. Oh, there we go. And forward and... Nope. Forward and... hop. Oh shit, I just walked off. I don't know what happened there. That was silly. I should mention that this is a fiendishly difficult game, which I may have touched on, but it gets quite difficult. I missed that both times now. Just a little bit of a delay on the command. We'll rescue you again. So yeah, this New and Tasty is so faithful. It blows me away what they managed to pull off recreating this from the ground up. It does, as you've seen, make some alterations and additions, but most of them are definitely for the better. They're for convenience sake, and we'll be heading back to this elevator later. The only thing, like I said, I don't like is the new camera angles are sometimes not great. Some of the re-recorded voices, that's just a really big nitpick of mine. It's not even a big deal. It's just a nitpick of mine because everything down to, like, Abe's inflection when he speaks have been burned into my brain since childhood. It's not, the re-recorded voices are not bad, though. Hold on. There's a sleeping Slig over here. I can handle this situation a couple of ways. I could have triggered the bomb, which he would have walked into, and I could have jumped over it, but I then would have had to... I would have then had to disarm it if I want to rescue these 3 Mudokons over here. So instead, I just killed him with a falling chunk of rock or meat, whatever that was. Now we'll rescue all of these Mudokons. I go out of my way to avoid those bombs. I have such a hard time with the timing. It won't go too far, and not much to see. I think that's it. I got the hiccups. And this is going to take us further into the Zulags, but we can't really do much here yet. I just want to come over here and show off this side of the route. I think there is a Mudokon over here to rescue, but we can't do too much over here just yet. I think that door, the door right there, that might actually be the door to the end game. I can't remember. Pretty sure it is, though. So we can't do anything with that yet. So we're going to backtrack to that elevator I showed you earlier. So yeah, on top of just like some general additions they made, stuff like the quick saving, the follow all command, the birds coming back, checkpoints, stuff like that. Grenade stacking to 3, which I'm really grateful for. I think they might have reworked a couple of puzzles and screens, and they added Mudokons and stuff like that. But all in all, it's so faithful and so cool. Let's see. Yeah, confirming what we already learned. The Mudokons don't really like to leap. They don't like to work out too much. They don't like to help you along in rescuing them. Under, and we pull this one again to swap the speeds of the meat grinders, and under. Now we can take the elevator down to the next section of the level, and we're almost done with this opening level here. We're gonna once again see the grenade mechanic and how that works now. I'm still not entirely used to the way aiming works in the new version. That's probably one of the bigger overhauls in the control scheme that they did, was they changed how aiming and throwing and stuff works pretty significantly. If I'm remembering right. Could always be a case of my memory failing, so I'm going to sneak over here because, let's see, processing center. Also, just enjoy packing meat in your pants is strictly prohibited. Just enjoy that scrolling text in the background sometimes. I think there's one around here that reads something like Venerate Authority. It's so strange and quirky, and yet it's like, it's totally Orwellian or Huxleyan? I don't know what the term would be there. So we'll come over here and pick another grenade up, and I'm gonna try this once. It's nice that in this one they give you a little line that shows you like the arc of your throw, but it's still kind of hard to get used to, so let's see, hold it for a little bit. You gotta kind of cook the grenade. I didn't quite get it, and the slig is gonna shoot me unless I take the elevator up, but that's gonna waste time, so I'll let him kill me. Sure, why not? So I forgot to mention the platforms this is coming out on, and which it's already out on. This is currently only out on the PS4. It's eventually coming to the Xbox, the Wii U, and the PC, along with the PS3 and the Vita. If you buy the PS4 version, you automatically get the Vita and the PS3 version, which I think is super cool. Let's see. Pick that up again, and this time, instead of messing around with a slig over there, we'll just come and toss a grenade down at the sleeping slig and be on our way out of this level. Now I have to trigger the grenades with the next one, which is fine. It's just giving me time to get used to... Oh, good. Oh, shit. I'm glad that didn't kill me. I actually thought that was a high enough height for me to die from. Okay, that's fine. And I'll get another set of grenades just in case I need some down the line, which I probably will. And up we go, and down here. And since there are no more bombs in the way, we can actually get down over here. And that's going to signal the end of the level, and next up we're heading into the stockyards. Alright, now that we're here in the stockyards, that seems like a pretty good place to wrap this episode up. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take it easy. Have a good one.